Let's get Argentina out of the way first. Should markets be worried about this default?
Well, I mean, a bond default is never a good thing, but the ironic thing is the stocks actually rallied to a 20-year high on the back of it. I think it was sort of priced in. Everyone expected they would default. I think it would be quite interesting actually if they hadn't defaulted to see what the equity markets would have done. So I think it's all been sort of taken into stride. It's not a surprise, and the markets have reacted appropriately by rallying as a result.
All right, on to earnings here. What's the standout for you this morning? And actually, let me flag up the banks. I mentioned a few of them. Generally speaking, banking earnings haven't looked too bad. Is that your take, and would you invest in them?
Yeah, I think I would. I think you're right. Generally, the banking sector has performed pretty well. The only slight caveat, and the one thing that might play in the back of investors' mind is the events in Portugal, where we've seen Banco Espírito Santo post a 3.6 billion loss, and I think people are still slightly concerned that perhaps the eurozone banking crisis isn't fully over yet.
Exchange rate risk, clearly one of the big issues, though. Likely to remain an issue as well.
Yeah, it is. With the euro perhaps getting weaker and weaker, and other currencies such as the pound getting stronger, it will affect these banks, and I think there is still a concern about the longevity of the euro currency.
Just want to mention one final thing: Balfour Beatty and Carillion. Of course, there was talk of a big merger. That looks like, or word is that is off. Is this the first stumble in this M&A drive we've been talking about?
Yeah, it seems to all hinge on one part of the Balfour Beatty business. I think it's called Parsons Binkerhoff, and they say that needs to be part of the deal, and unless it isn't, then there is no deal. So I think this still could run and run, and I don't think it's totally dead and buried yet.